Why creatives are addicted to pain. Have you ever wondered why your most powerful creative work only seems to appear after a breakdown, a heartbreak, or an overwhelming moment of silence? That's not coincidence. It's wiring. And for most creatives, it starts early, before we even knew we were creative. We learned how to escape long before we learned how to express. And when life cornered us, through neglect, through rejection, through invisibility, we picked up cameras, pencils, brushes, soundboards, and created our way out. Pain became our first creative partner. For some, it was the sting of being overlooked. For others, it was abuse, shame, being told to be realistic, when the soul only knew how to dream. So now, when life wounds us, we don't reach for comfort like most people. We reach for tools. Because creating is the only way we know how to feel in control. But here's where it gets twisted. Somewhere down the line, pain stopped being something we escaped from, and started becoming something we seek out. We begin to believe that unless we're hurting, we're not real. That unless our hearts are broken, our work is hollow. That peace is boring. And that chaos is where the magic lives. You see it all the time. The photographer who can only shoot masterpieces when they're spiraling emotionally. The designer who sabotages relationships so they can feel again and have something to express. The filmmaker who won't write unless they're depressed. This is more common than most will admit. But it's not romantic. It's a trap. The problem? When pain becomes the portal to your power, you will start unconsciously choosing it. You'll stay in toxic situations because they inspire you. You'll avoid therapy because healing feels like the death of your edge. You'll fear joy because joy feels too quiet. It's like living inside a burning studio and convincing yourself that the smoke helps you focus. But here's the brutal truth. You cannot build longevity on destruction. Pain might unlock genius once, but it won't sustain it. Let me say that again. Pain might spark the art, but peace is what finishes it. Let's go deeper with some real examples. Vincent van Gogh, brilliant, yes. But do you know he only sold one painting in his lifetime? He died in obscurity, tormented, and alone. His brilliance never saw the light of success during his life, because pain ruled his world, not just his canvas. Kurt Cobain gave voice to an entire generation, but couldn't escape the internal chaos. His art moved millions, but it couldn't save him. Amy Winehouse, Jean-Michel Basquiat, Sylvia Plath, all prodigies, all consumed. If you build your identity around pain, eventually, you become addicted to the suffering. Not the art, not the vision, but the anguish. And that's not art. That's self-destruction wearing a velvet robe. So what's the answer? Do not confuse pain with purpose. Let pain teach you, don't let it define you. You have to get to a point where your creativity is no longer a trauma response, but a choice, a sacred one. You need to learn how to create from presence, not panic. From depth, not drama. From clarity, not chaos. Because here's the truth that most never reach. Peace can be just as powerful, but it requires a different kind of courage. The courage to face your work without the adrenaline of suffering. To dig deep without being in crisis. To realize you are worthy of brilliance even when life is calm. You don't need a heartbreak to make a masterpiece. You don't need to spiral to be seen. You need stillness. You need honesty. You need to rewire your relationship with creation. Segue, what now? If this video cracked something open inside you, don't scroll past it. Sit with that discomfort, because that discomfort is the sound of your creative identity shifting. In the next video, we're unpacking the real reason you feel blocked creatively, and it's not what you think. It's not laziness. It's not fear of failure. It's the persona you've built to protect yourself from creating work that could truly change your life. And you've worn that mask for too long. So if you're tired of the games, if you're ready to create from your higher self instead of your wounds, then click the next video. Your work is waiting. And so is the version of you who doesn't need pain to be powerful. If you can relate or felt connected to anything that was said in this video, let everyone know in the comments. Share your story. If you want to explore more about your life as a creative, click on the next video and subscribe to the channel.